All right, so family, this video is for anyone considering coming into trucking, about to get their CDL, in CDL school right now. You're about to get started in trucking, or at least you're considering coming in trucking. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you why getting my CDL 7 years ago was absolutely one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. There's a lot of people out here in the trucking community that feel you can't make any money in trucking. I see the post online all the time. There's a lot of people that feel that getting their CDL was a huge waste of time. But I'm gonna share with you a little bit about my story over the last 7 years. And at the end of the video, you're gonna understand why I say that getting my CDL was one of the best decisions that I ever made in my life. If that's you, if you're considering getting a CDL, if you're considering coming in trucking, if you're about to come in trucking, I'm gonna respectfully request that you watch this whole video all the way through, because I'm gonna give you the sauce. I'm gonna do my best to give you some inspiration. The first reason, I guess kind of the minor reason why I feel that getting my CDL was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life is, you know, I feel better overall about myself 7 years into my trucking career than I've probably felt about myself at any point in my life. How we feel about our own selves, how we feel about us, has a lot to do with how we interact and engage with the world. Like self-esteem is what we're talking about. Like the journey that I've been able to go on over the last 7 years of getting my CDL has my self-esteem higher probably than it has been at any other point in my life. Now, I don't want to stick there for too long about how I feel, because like how you feel is really not measurable. You know, anybody can say that they feel good about themselves or they feel good about where they are, but that doesn't really mean anything, right? Anybody can play with the circumstances in their mind in a way that it causes them to say, you know, well, I feel good about where I am, but that is really not measurable. There's no way to measure that. Okay, so I want to share with you some numbers. Okay, and you know, I'm sharing these numbers with you not to try to impress anybody or to try to, you know, hard flex on anybody. I'm strictly sharing these numbers with you and projections for the future, simply to impress, to make an impression on you as far as what I want to say. Plus, unlike feelings, numbers are measurable. You can easily look at them and see, you know, get a detailed understanding of where you are and where you're going. 2020, which was the last year that I drove for someone else. I drove for someone else for the first 5 years in trucking, and my first 5 years I didn't make much money. My income topped out at about $45,000, a little bit over $45,000. But the last year that I drove for someone else, my gross income topped out at about $45,000. And these figures that I'm gonna roll off to you are gross figures. And when I say gross figures, you know, I've been on YouTube for a while, so, you know, there's YouTube income factored in there as well. But mainly, you know, trucking and YouTube has been, you know, the income sources, right? So just to get right into it, I don't want to drag this out any longer than I need to, and I really want to convey a point in this video. So 2020 was the last year that I drove for someone else. And that year, my gross revenue, trucking was about $45,000, and I think YouTube income was about $5,000 for, you know, that year. So 2020, the last year that I drove for somebody else, my gross income as a truck driver, including trucking and YouTube, was $50,000. 2021, I bought my own truck, and so my income increased. 2021, I completed the year with a gross income between trucking and YouTube of about $165,000. My trucking income was right at about 150, just north of 150, and my YouTube income, talking about trucking, talking about what I do, was just under 15,000. So my gross for the next year, 2021, was about 165. Getting my CDL allowed my income to triple in 1 year. I think that's pretty impressive. 2022, my next year as an owner operator, between trucking, driving a truck, and YouTube, and this was last year because right now this is 2023, my income was a total of $209,000. And right now we're in 23. And based on the projections and the numbers of what I'm doing in my truck right now, which is somewhere around $15,000, I am slated to gross this year with just the trucking income about $150,000. So $15,000 a month times 12 months is the figure is not $150,000. Now the plan for 2023, what's actually happening right now as we speak, is like I'm on the verge of opening up my own CDL school. You know, you guys that are familiar with CDL school prices, the average CDL school that I'm seeing in my area, and I would think it's be pretty safe to say in America, the average CDL school is running approximately about 50 students a month through their program. Some a little bit less, some a little bit more. CDL schools, an average across the board of about $5,000. Now, I'm planning on opening up this year no later than October the 1st. And so if my truck continues to do what it's doing right now, about $15,000 gross a month, in the 10 months of this year that I will be a truck driver, that'll put my trucking income at about $150,000. My YouTube income has actually dropped a little bit. My channel was hacked at the end of last year. So for 2023, these figures I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna leave out YouTube income. Okay, so 10 months of trucking income of $15,000 for 2023 will mean that at the end of this year, I probably will have made right at about $150,000 driving my truck. Now, being that I'm looking to open up my CDL school, I'm not naive enough to think that I'm gonna be like running at full speed this year. It's probably gonna have to work out some of the kinks. So in my mind, I've reduced the numbers. You know, the average CDL school is doing about 50 students a month. I'm looking at doing at least 20 students a month. So we just add up loose figures of students of 20 students a month at $5,000 a student. That's gross income of $100,000 a month. And I'm opening up no later than October the 1st. That'll give me 3 months of trucking school owner income. So at the end of this year, I'll be looking at grossing about $300,000 from CDL school income added to the $150,000 of trucking income for 2023. And then there's gonna be some YouTube income in there as well. So 2023, this year that we're sitting in right now, I'm slated to gross $500,000 this year. Another year of extreme increase. My income is gonna more than double again this year. And you know, opening up in October is gonna give me a chance to, you know, work out all the initial kinks of starting a business. And the plan is to run at full speed as a CDL school owner in 2024. And I see no reason why I can't be doing the same numbers as far as students that I'm putting through my program in 2024, because at that point I kind of will have, you know, acclimated myself to the new environment a bit. So, you know, 50 students a month going through my CDL school per month in 2024 at approximately $5,000 a student. That's $250,000 gross a month. Times 12 months means next year I'll be slated to gross $3 million. Now, like I said when I started this video, I'm not giving you these figures to try to impress anyone or try to flex on anyone or anything like that. It's strictly to express a point. The point that I'm trying to focus on here and bring out in this video, as far as why I believe that getting my CDL is absolutely one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. You know, over the last 5 years, my income, or I should say the last 3.5 years now, at the end of 2024, it'll be 5 years, my income will have gone from $50,000 in 2020 to $3 million in 2024. Now, family, I don't know of anyone in my immediate circle. I want you to let me know, you watching this video, you know, you let me know down in the comments. But I don't know of anyone that is experiencing that level of increase in their life. And I totally believe, my perspective from where I stand, you know, life is not about where we are. Life is not about where we stand currently. And what I mean by that is, like, tomorrow is always coming. So from my perspective, it's less about where you are and it's more about where you're heading. And so what I want to point out to you, the viewer watching this video right now, is the increase, okay, the trajectory. This whole journey started with getting that card, with getting that CDL. This CDL, getting my CDL was the doorway. It was the gateway. You know, in life, it's hard to get anywhere if you don't have a vehicle. And I see getting my CDL as the vehicle that has allowed me to experience that level of increase in my life. And I'm super excited looking at my life from that perspective, that, you know, it's about trajectory. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're heading. This is why, as I stand currently, you know, go back to the self-esteem thing. Right now, I could stand toe-to-toe with any millionaire and not be intimidated. And the reason I can stand toe-to-toe and have a conversation with any millionaire, with any multimillionaire, and not be intimidated is because I understand that life is about where you're heading. So I believe that your life should constantly get better. Our lives should constantly be improving, and our lives should constantly be becoming more productive. So if I'm standing there with a multimillionaire that has been making $5 million a year for the last 5 years, that's not intimidating to me, because that individual is not experiencing the level of increase that I am. And I would much rather be in my position than that individual's position. Because again, life is not about where you currently are. It is more about where you're heading. This is the reason why, if you are down in life right now, it really doesn't matter. You shouldn't let it bother you, because it's not about where you are right now. It's about where you're heading. It's like, it's no big deal to be down if your life is doing this. On the flip side of the coin, if you're up right now and your trajectory is heading down, then it doesn't matter that you're up right now. You absolutely have to understand that concept. And getting my CDL, again, has been the vehicle that has allowed me to constantly, year after year, be improving my life, and my life to be becoming more fruitful. Getting my CDL and this trucking profession, I have to be honest, trucking has been good to me. It absolutely has been good to me. And this is why I totally believe I'm absolutely the ideal person to be launching and running a CDL school, because I totally believe in what the profession can do for someone. There's a lot of truck drivers out here that, if you listen to them talk, it sounds like they don't believe in the profession. And not that any of those truck drivers that maybe don't believe in the profession would want to work at my CDL school. Not that they would want to, but like, none of those people that don't believe in the profession, that don't believe in trucking, none of those truck drivers could ever work at my CDL school. Again, not that they would want to, but I would never hire them. They would never be allowed to work at my CDL school, because I believe that the people training people to come in this profession need to believe in the profession. Now, some people would argue and say, well, it doesn't matter if a trainer believes in the profession or not. The trainer's job is to help you pass the CDL test and get your CDL. But I think it matters that the individual that is training you to get your CDL and helping acclimate you to the industry, I think it makes a difference if that individual believes in the profession. You know, one of the demographics that I have an affinity for, as far as the different types of individuals that want to come in trucking, one of the demographics, one of the personality traits, not the personality traits, but one of the avatars is young men. And obviously that would make sense, because at a certain point in my life, I was a young man. I was a 21-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 24-year-old. And, you know, like my daughter, she just turned 21 today, and she's got a lot of boyfriends. When I say boyfriends, I don't really mean boyfriends. She's got a lot of friends that are boys. And, you know, she's been mentioning to them that her dad is going to open up a CDL school. And several of them are looking forward to me opening up my CDL school. And I'm absolutely looking forward to impacting these young men's lives. I totally feel that I'm the ideal one to do it. Now, you'll identify with this if you either are a young man or you have grown past that point and you were a young man. Like ask yourself, what happens to young men that don't have a skill set? What happens to young men that don't have the skills to pay the bills, that don't have a way to take care of themselves and to take care of their family? Young men that don't have a skill set, a way to take care of themselves and their families, typically end up getting into trouble. Why? Because they out there looking for that dollar. They out there trying to figure out ways to get that money. And in their efforts to do that, a lot of the times they will get off track and find themselves in trouble. And I'm absolutely looking at impacting the young men's lives that my daughter knows, the ones that are looking forward to me opening up the CDL school. I'm absolutely looking at giving these young men some hope, giving these young men some inspiration for the future, helping these young men develop a skill set that is going to help to take care of them, their future wives, their current girlfriends, and their future children. It's like, again, it goes back to like the people that are training these new people that come into the industry, whether it be young men, young women, whatever it is. I think it's imperative that these individuals believe in the trucking profession. Yet if you talk to truckers out in the community at large, there's a lot of us that the way we talk, it indicates that we don't believe in the profession. We don't think that getting a CDL is a good way to go. And like I said, people that have that attitude could never work at my CDL school. Every single person that I plan on having at my CDL school, it's imperative that they believe in what trucking can do. And I'm totally sold. I'm a product of what getting a CDL and navigating your way successfully through the career can do for you. So I totally think that I'm the one. And because I'm harping on this point, because this is like getting my CDL. Not only has it allowed me to increase and improve my own life in massive doses year after year after year, it's going to be the gateway that allows me to touch so many other people's lives. And family, when you get off topic, but not really, when you get yourself to the point in life that you're living your life in a way that you're serving others, like, to me, then you can truly start to unlock some of the real blessings in life. And that is like what having a CDL, what getting my CDL 7 years ago has led me to. It is putting me in a position where I'm going to be able to have major influence and impact over a lot of people's lives. But again, and right now I'm thinking about the young people. Like Mitchell, I've heard that you're looking forward to me opening up the school, bro. I got you. I'm looking forward to helping you develop the skill. I'm looking forward to, giving you some guidance as far as, getting your CDL, picking up the skill set, and increasing how much money that you can make without having a skill set like trucking. So like if you're talking to people that don't believe in the profession, then all they're doing is giving you doubt, and all they're doing is causing you to pause. Well, coming to my CDL school or hearing my story is going to give you a reason to run. That's the reason why I'm making this video. I'm looking to give you some genuine inspiration and reason to run. If you're looking, if you're somebody that you have hopes of succeeding with your CDL, it's imperative that you talk to people and engage with people that talk in a way that indicate that they are winning with their CDL. And again, there's a lot of people out here that you can talk to about trucking, whether they enjoy it or whether it's done something for them or not. There's a lot of people in trucking, seasoned truck drivers, that talk as if they're not winning with their CDL. If you want to open up a restaurant, it's imperative that you spend time engaging with people that had success with opening up a restaurant. A person that started a restaurant and it went haywire and, it didn't go like they wanted to, and now they got this bad taste in their mouth, it's limited how much help they can give you. I wouldn't tell you not to listen to them, but it's limited how much help, inspiration, and guidance that they can give you. Kamante, I'm looking forward to helping you get a skill set that can help you, live a good life, take good care of yourself, and take good care of your future family. And Yaze, I'm looking forward to, if you want to go this way, I'm looking forward to, helping you helping you navigate this landscape. Miles, not that you'll want to go this way, but these young men, T, my nephew, these young men that are in my life, some of which I know need skills. Like, you might not even know it, but like I said, older men know what happens to younger men that don't have skills to take care of themselves. Typically, they get in trouble. So, like, I'm harping on that because, like I said, aside from the increase that having a CDL has allowed me to experience, I'm now in a position to be able to impact others and to be able to help others live a better life as well. If you've never gotten yourself, your own personal life to the point that now, you know, it's not about you, it's about serving others, then you don't know about the true joys of life. I cannot explain the feeling that I get when somebody comes to my YouTube channel a year after they got their CDL and they say, I was watching your videos a year ago. They helped me get my CDL. They were the inspiration behind why I got started in trucking, and I love where I am right now. My life is better for doing that. Just stay close. Again, if you're close to me in life, or, you know, I'm in Virginia, so if you're close to me geographically, best thing I can say to you is definitely stay close to me. But if you're somewhere else across the country and, like, you know, we're not physically close to each other, you need to make sure you subscribe to the channel, family, because one thing I'm gonna continue to do is speak this into existence. Like, anybody can wait until they get there and then say, look at where I am. But, like, off topic a little bit, but not really. That's not faith. I totally feel that what I'm doing as I make these videos talking about the future, talking about what's going to happen, I'm totally speaking it into existence. It's like Ali saying he was the greatest before he won the belt. I'm one of those people that believe in walking by faith and not by sight. Like, put it out there and walk in that direction. All of these everything I'm talking to you about right now is absolutely the reason why I totally believe I'm gonna crush it as a CDL school owner. And, you know, like, after that, you know, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Like there's so much that I plan on doing as a CDL school owner, other than just dealing with the students. Like the $3 million figure that I gave you a while ago, that's just the top. That's just a start. That's just scratching the surface. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other ways that I plan on leveraging my CDL. So many people that are in trucking are focused on just driving a truck, and then they complain when they feel like they're not making enough money as a truck driver. Well, family, those days of just being able to get a CDL and just drive a truck and think that you're gonna make a bunch of money, those days are over. Not because something is wrong with trucking, but because that is where we are right now. You know, like, you can become a barber, and you can argue that barbers don't make money. But what if you're a barber that also sells hair care products to the customers that you cut their hair? And maybe you have a YouTube channel where you show people how to fade online, or you know, cut a certain kind of hairstyle online. Now you can make money from that. Maybe you can sell merch. Maybe you can sell courses. Maybe you can start, you know, maybe you can own the barbershop, and now you make money off of other chairs. The point that I'm making here is, the people that are saying that they can't make no money in trucking, like, it don't make sense. That we're past that time, family. You know, teachers don't make any money. But that don't mean that you can't be a teacher that makes millions of dollars a year. You just got to find a way to leverage what you're doing. That's what is going on right now. And when you're talking about a CDL, you know, you're talking about big money. You're talking about something that has a profession that has a low barrier of entry, that you can make great money. So, like, get your CDL, come in, learn the business, learn the profession, get the knowledge, do what you got to do, and, like, if you can parlay that into whatever you want to. Like, I'm sharing with you my story and how I parlay my CDL, getting my CDL, into massive opportunity, but I'm doing this to inspire you. I know what it's like to not even feel compelled to think about what you want your life to be like in the future if you don't have a vehicle. But hopefully you see this video and it makes it possible for you. Like, hopefully you come away from this video and you're thinking, man, okay, so, I don't spend much time thinking about the future because I don't see a path to a bright future. But based on what the helpful trucker Maurice Bay is telling me in this video, if I get my CDL, the sky's the limit. So now I want you to come away from this video and hopefully this is the impetus to start thinking about your future. Because I'm telling you that once you get your CDL and you figure out what's going on out here and you get the knowledge and you get yourself straight and you get your self-esteem straight, it's possible that the whole world can open up to you. And the only reason why I keep saying possible is because it's still going to be on you. Like those that come to my school, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to make it easy for you. Like making things easy for people has never helped them. You run across a bird trying to hatch out of an eggshell tomorrow, don't help the bird. Don't crack the shell open. Don't make it easy for them because the bird will die after you do that. Why? Because he ain't strong enough to exist in the environment because you took the opportunity from them to strengthen themselves and let them push through. So coming to my school for students that plan on coming there or the students that come there, I'm not going to make it easy for them, but they're going to have massive doses of reasons to push. I hope you watching this video got something from it. If you did, be sure to give the video a like. Share this video with someone that you know that's considering getting a CDL. And like I said, not everybody will say what I'm saying. Not everybody feels that getting their CDL was a great decision, but I feel that way. So if you're somebody that's thinking about coming in trucking, subscribe to the channel. If you know somebody that's thinking about coming in trucking, send them this video, encourage them to subscribe to the channel, and let them know that this guy is doing great things. He really believes in having a CDL and what the profession can do for you. So if you're thinking about coming in, that's the type of guy you need to be following.